I came in with a little bit of a big head. I know I did, because I was like, well, I do a lot of decent cooking at home. You know, I get compliments at home, so I felt like I was good. I think the coolest experience at the beginning, in my first few weeks, was I started cooking dinner at home without a recipe, which was huge for me because I'm very much, even though I've got the background and skills, I've always wondered how can people start to actually just do things without the numbers and the ingredients in front of them. How do you start seeing things from that perspective? And that has been a huge growth that I didn't expect to happen so quickly. My first job out of college, the first round, was in Kansas City. And when I was there, I got to do like a 9-week course at the institute, the Culinary Institute in Kansas City, just to see, okay, is culinary school what I want to do? And I walked away, I fell in love with it. I'm like, okay, yes, this is in the plan somewhere. At some point, I have to get into what I wanted to do in the first place. So when kind of everything went crazy in 2020 and we all had to slow down, and I worked at home alone in my 1-bedroom apartment and was just depressed because why am I staying in this career I want to be in? When do I get to jump? This was kind of the perfect time to say, nope, this is the time I want to go to culinary school. And so I was just trying to find something that was in the area, and came across Butler. So I asked a mentor from Kansas City, the instructor I had, he's actually with the Johnson County Community College. That's the program he had pushed to me, but when I shared this program with him, he's like, no, this looks like a great place for you. I approve of it. They are of the highest caliber for you to go to. I'm like, okay, if you say that it's good enough, then I'm gonna go there. And so I picked up everything and moved out to McPherson, Kansas area, and now I'm here at the program, which is what I've wanted to do, and it came a lot sooner than I thought it'd come in life. So, yep, I drive, I think right now it is specifically, I drive 53 miles according to Google. When I go to the new school, it's actually gonna be even a little bit farther, so around 60 miles to come to school. 60 miles is nothing when I'm getting to have this kind of education. This is the best part of my week, is when I get to come down here, when I get to work with the chefs here and I get to learn. Like, this is what I look forward to constantly, and 60 miles is nothing. Under Chef Licia and Chef Luis, they have been really great at both pushing me to go beyond what my comfort zone is, as well as giving me the space if I'm overthinking a little bit or I have a lot of questions about something. It's a really productive space to learn in, and clearly they're both very passionate about their students and making sure that we all are striving to the best of what we can be. It is really special to have teachers who will truly invest in their students that way and in that individualized way. I am not used to, from my 4-year experience, having instructors who are so personally invested in my own personal life and in what I was doing in the kitchen. They truly, truly have all of our best interests in mind, and it's really, really cool to be a part of the beginning of this, because I can only see how much more it's going to grow and how many other students are going to be able to benefit from it. So it's just special to be a part of. Part of the relationship between me and my other classmates comes from what both the chefs and the other instructors have established through the cooking classes, that this is a space where we are going to be serious and professional when it matters, which is always, but also there are times where you can have fun, where you can, you know, if you make a mistake, you can laugh at yourself a little bit. Like, making the space and encouraging us to get to know each other, encouraging us to be able to connect in our other classes. And so when we go to other classes, it's just kind of naturally happened now that we all try to almost aim to take some of the same classes, so that way we can continue to rely on each other and learn from each other. But that's because the chefs have set that tone of this is a place to be professional, but also it's okay to have a little bit of fun too. I really do think what sets our program apart are Chef Luis and Chef Alicia and the rest of the staff, but especially them. They have a vision for what this program is going to be, and from day one they're working hard to implement it, and they are willing to be vulnerable with us as well as push us hard. Like, if they make a mistake, they're going to call themselves out on it too. They don't try to push it under the rug, and at the same time, you know, they're constantly trying to think of ways to help all of us get to better places. I know that there are other passionate programs and other passionate people, but to have two leaders like this who from the get-go have done so strongly and have built that relationship with students so quickly, I just can't see that being possible anywhere else or with other people. It's got to be both the chefs. They're what makes Butler special.